Okay, so what we're going to cover today is the dueling wands, and also the one that most people are on for is for the new eye serum and applicator. So can't wait to talk about those. And then any other questions that people might have, I'm more than happy to go over. I think there was some information possibly about the stone and protocol. So if you have questions about that, we'll cover those as well. So we've got a lot to cover. And so what I'd like to start with is the protocol for the double wand. So the two wands. So how this works is that you're going to clean your face how you would normally clean it twice a day, making sure that you get those beautiful natural enzymes to help break down those dead skin cell barriers, making sure that you're using your scrub, because the scrub also makes sure that you get the best product penetration. And that's the key to really being able to optimize these amazing ingredients in all of the products. So making sure that you're using that 2 to 3 times a day, the scrub 2 to 3 times per week, making sure you're using the scrub 2 to 3 times per week will ensure that you are getting that dead skin cell layered and getting good product penetration, getting the results that I know you can get. So first, then depending on whether you're doing that at night or in the morning, I tend to do the protocol at night. The night cream has a beautiful slip to it that gets those wands to actually slip on the first part of the protocol, which is step 1 through 6, where we're doing lymphatic drainage. So what you're going to do is you're going to open the portals on both sides. And the reason why I like doing the 2 is because, 1, it speeds up the protocol quite a bit and enables me to also do a couple of extra things that are slightly different than in the protocol itself. So when you're doing the 2 wands, you can do both sides of the face at the same time. This is super, super gentle. This is the lymphatic drainage. You want to make sure you're not putting heavy pressure while you're doing lymphatic drainage. This I found hugely helpful when I was traveling so much and ended up with a lot of congestion. This was amazing for draining my sinuses and that sinus headache that you get when you're having congestion. Email that you will get in your box either during or right after this webinar has several things on it. It has our 9-minute video, which is the facelift protocol. It's a step-by-step so that you can track with your booklet and instructions and stop and start whenever you want. It also will include the stone protocol, same, where you can stop and start, where I go over the details. Both of those, include different pressure and different angles and things like that on each of the steps. And then what you'll also get is a coupon, wand 50 for 50% discount off of a second wand. And that way, anytime I, show a new protocol, a new product, I like to make sure that you have a chance to be able to get that at a discount. But like I always say, the 1 wand protocol, it works. It's what the clinical trial was based on. So, if you're happy with that, absolutely. I tend to use the 2 wands, and I'll show you why and where and things like that. And then, of course, the discount offer for the new product, which is the tool, the application tool, and the eye serum. So those will be on your email, as well as the VIP discount offer too. Eye serum and the tool. Okay. First, I'd like to talk about the eye serum and the tool. So one is that, of course, I've imprinted the eye tool with frequencies that everything that the wand does, plus those extra bonuses, puffiness under the eye, darkness under the eye, uneven skin tone, wrinkles around the eyes, things like that. And then the serum So if you use the 5-piece set and you love the results that you're getting, because the serum is actually an eye serum that I've designed for the entire face, it gets great results with that 5-piece set on its own. However, I've had a lot of people ask me about an eye serum, and I think it's for a couple of reasons. One is so that I can really focus in on some areas that are a little bit more stubborn, like dark circles around the eye, discoloration, puffiness under the eyes, and maybe some stubborn, deeper lines along the outside of the eye. So when I made this formula, and I've tested this formula for 9 months, and this formula specifically. So what I did was I wanted to make sure that the ingredients that went into this had way more to do with reparative. There's so many products on the market that if they lighten, they tend to bleach. And we really want that to happen naturally, where we're restoring the health of the cells to aid in that lightening and aspect that happens. There's a lot of different reasons why people might have darkness, but what I wanted to do was to not get a bleach in there, wanted it to be all natural, and I wanted it to make sure that we're addressing the multiple layers of the skin and the skin cells. So one of the things that's really significant in the ingredients that I used is I wanted to make sure that we're addressing the skin, specifically of the eyes. A lot of people get like skin unevenness, maybe skin tags, little lumps of tissue around their eyes. It's really, really important to be able to use a very gentle exfoliant that this is super sensitive skin. So I had to make sure that it was not damaging in any way, but did what it's supposed to do, which is, making sure that it has a sufficient amount of a natural exfoliant in it, but without damaging that sensitive skin. Active ingredients that I used at a really nice percentage where we're actually getting the benefits of rehydration, smoothing texture, and making sure that the formulation was still gentle and suitable for around the eyes, right? The other things that I wanted to make sure that I added in that is the really high active ingredients is a vitamin C that is oil protected. Vitamin C that I see in a lot of different products. You'll definitely know, well, a couple of things. One is I use oleosome technology, as well as any oil suspension for nutrients that are fragile. So vitamin C is a very fragile vitamin and becomes a free radical when exposed to air and light. And that is counterproductive. We're using vitamin C as an antioxidant, and here we are, if we're using just a plain vitamin C, that we're potentially adding negative effects from that breakdown of that vitamin C. So really, really important that this vitamin C is protected in an oil suspension that enables the nutrients to go to the cell level that they need to go to without breaking down. Super important. It's the same concept that I use with the oleosome technology that's kind of the like throughout my whole line, which is it's like a seed that holds nutrients so that they're protected from the environment and they deliver absolute highest percentage of ingredients to those cells and the cellular layers. All of my products have a different layering system, meaning that I want to make sure that I'm not just addressing the superficial layer of the skin, but also being able to get that product penetration on ingredients that actually give the cells the nutrients that they need to perform in a healthy, rejuvenated, anti-aging way. So between that little green bee that's in the serum, as well as the frequencies that are in the tool, those are things that actually can help to really activate it and heighten the already amazing ingredients on that serum. With this, the tool, it has 3 different sides to it, right? It has a round side, a scoop side, and then a small round, smooth, a smooth round ball on the other side. So a lot of people have asked me about scoops for the jars. You don't need the scoop for the serum because we're going to pump it, but this is a multifunctional tool where you can use this as a scoop for your other products as well. I can't imagine just making a tool and not have it have like multiple functions to it, right? So it's imprinted with frequencies, as well as it's a great scoop to keep your fingers out of your products. And then the back side is the side that we're with the serum. You're going to take a very small, it doesn't take much. You're just going to use a small little dot on the back of that. And you're going to take the back of that tool and you're going to put dots around your eye like that. Okay. Then you're going to flip the tool. And the nice thing about this applicator is it's nice and cool. It feels so soothing and good. It's great for inflammation with just even that cooling factor. You can put it in the refrigerator, but it doesn't seem to make a difference how hot your bathroom is. As one person noted this morning, that it always has that beautiful cool factor. And then you can go on your upper eyelid as well. And this is a very gentle process, right? And then I like to just leave it on like this, but a lot of people have asked me, what do you do with the excess? You can always just take your finger and pat that in for some absorption. But if I'm using this at night, I'm going to do my protocol first, and then I'm going to do this last, and then I'm just going to leave it a little bit wet, right? So it'll absorb over time. Body sculpting is, it really has to do with the lymphatics, repairing the lymphatics, making sure that our system is working how it should. This is super important for our just overall health, is being able to get that lymphatic system healthy. Okay, great. So the protocol for this is not just the sculpting, but repairing the lymphatic system. Very, very important around breast and breast tissue, breast health, cancer, breast cancer. Dr. Candace Pert has had said in the past that 90% of cancers are due to toxins in our environment. So even if you have a high predisposition maybe to a genetic factor, those toxins are going to be what pushes things over the edge for anyone, and especially for predisposition. So making sure that you're doing your protocol every day is really, really great. This morning, I had someone say that they do that in the shower and then put their lotion on, and asked if that was okay. And I said, absolutely. Most important part is, are you getting the protocol in? I actually like to take a shower, put lotion on, and then do the protocol. But let's go over that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the different steps. And then at the end, I want to show you an additional lymphatic drainage that I have for the brain, and I'll show you that at the end. But also, it's super important as well for our brain health. All right. Everybody's a little bit different on the results that they want to get. So, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months. But the thing about this is I did have someone ask me if I was going to kind of put it together with a set, but I don't think so, because this will last, maybe initially 2 months, the 60 days. But I also think that it could last as long as 3 or 4 months potentially, if you're only wanting to kind of handle a little bit and you're only doing it once a day. So or just using it for additional wrinkle repair, so our line repair. So yeah, that's I know that's not a black and white answer on how long. It really depends on where you are in getting the results that you want, especially with that lightening and repair on the darkness around the eyes. is it effective to use the eye serum without applicator? You can absolutely use the eye serum without applicator. It does have that little green bead in it. It does have amazing ingredients. You know me, I'm energy medicine. That's why we've got the green bead, and the applicator is how can I heighten the results? And I'll tell you, it was really interesting because I started testing this without a bead in it. I was curious, okay, I'm not going to put a bead in it. I want to see how this formula performs in itself by itself. And I can tell you, after the bead was in it, the results were much faster, much faster. So I know that the serum works great by itself. And this is, one is it's the coolness of it not only feels good, it has a medicinal factor as well in taking down inflammation. And then of course the frequencies in it to improve the results. But yeah.